We've all heard the saying, cash is king when it comes to money matters. But hold on, things in the financial world are changing faster than ever. It's time to rethink this old belief. Let's break it down. Cash is awesome for daily spending, it's super easy, and everyone loves it for that reason. But here's the catch. If you keep too much cash for a long time, its value might shrink. That's because of something called inflation. Basically, prices tend to go up a little every year, which means your cash might buy less in the future. So what's the plan? Well, we've got some alternatives to just keeping cash in the bank. These have the potential to make your money grow over time, unlike cash that might lose value. Don't get us wrong, having some cash handy is important, but putting all your money in one place might not be the smartest move. By spreading it around different kinds of investments, you might protect it from losing value and even make more money in the long run. It's like a game, a smart game with your money. So, let's explore these 10 assets together and see how they could make a difference in your financial game plan. Don't forget to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up to stay updated and show your support for our channel. Asset 1. Gold. People love having gold because it helps protect their money in different ways. For starters, when prices go up because things get more expensive, gold keeps its value. That's because it's a physical thing and can't just be made whenever, unlike regular money that governments can print more of. So, when the cost of living rises, gold becomes more valuable, keeping people safe from losing their money's worth because of prices going up. Another cool thing about gold is that if a certain money type loses its value a lot, the price of gold in that type of money can go up. This is super useful in places where the money isn't very steady or is losing its value quickly. Gold acts like a shield against this. When there's trouble in the world, like with money or in big world events, people tend to trust gold. It holds its value better than other things you can invest in when things get rough. Also, if someone already has different kinds of money stuff, like stocks or bonds, gold is like the special ingredient that makes their money plan stronger. It behaves differently, so it's like having different tools in a toolbox to keep your money safe and growing. Gold has been valuable and known everywhere for thousands of years. This means that even if regular money doesn't work well, gold still keeps its value in money markets all over the world. Plus, there's not a lot of gold around compared to regular money that governments can make as much as they want. This makes gold extra special and keeps its value high. But wait, there are some things to think about with gold. Sometimes, its price can change a lot in a short time, which can be tricky for people wanting steady money. Also, unlike some other investments that give you extra money regularly, gold doesn't do that. And keeping gold safe and insured can cost some money too. There are ways to invest in gold without owning the physical stuff, like with gold exchange-traded funds, but like any superhero, it's important to think about these things before jumping in. Asset 2. Social media followers. In today's digital world, social media is like a bustling town square where everyone gathers to chat, share, and showcase their talents. For content creators, influencers, and businesses, having a strong and engaged following on social media is like striking gold. Think of it this way. If you're someone who creates amazing content or has great ideas to share, having a big group of people who love what you do is like having a powerful support system. These followers aren't just numbers. They're your biggest fans, rooting for you and helping you reach even more people who might love your work. Having a substantial following isn't just about popularity, it's about opportunities. Businesses often want to team up with individuals who have a large and engaged audience. They might pay you to talk about their products or collaborate with you to reach your followers. It's a win-win situation where you get to do what you love while earning from it. But beyond making money, having a significant following means more eyes on your content. More people get to enjoy and engage with what you share, expanding your reach and impact in the online world. However, Building this engaged audience isn't easy. It takes dedication, authenticity, and time. It's about connecting with people, sharing meaningful content, and being true to yourself. But the effort put into cultivating this community can lead to incredible rewards in terms of collaborations, visibility, and potential income streams. Asset 3. S&P 500 Index. Investing in something called the S&P 500 Index can be much better than just keeping your money as cash in a bank. Here's why it's like a super choice for many people. Firstly, this S&P 500 thing is like a collection of lots of big companies in the US. Over a long time, it's shown that it can make way more money than just having your cash sit around. On average, it's like making 10% more money each year, which is a lot more than what a regular bank gives you. What's really cool is that you don't need to be a financial expert to invest in this. It's like a simple way to put your money in lots of companies without having to keep an eye on each one. This makes it easier for people who don't have a lot of time to spend on managing their money. Plus, it's not putting all your eggs in one basket. By investing in this S&P 500 thing, you're actually spreading your money across 500 big companies in different fields. So even if one company doesn't do well, it doesn't hurt your money a lot. Also, some of these companies give you money back regularly, called dividends. You can use this money to buy more investments, making your money grow even more. And over time, the value of this S&P 500 thing goes up, meaning you might make a lot of extra money in the future. One more thing, it helps protect your money from prices going up too much. Inflation. Businesses usually increase their prices over time, which makes their profits and stock prices go up, protecting your money's worth. But there's a catch. Sometimes, the value of this S&P 500 thing can go down, and then you might lose some money, especially if you need the money quickly. Also, even though it usually makes about 10% more each year, some years it might go down and others up by a lot. So, it's not guaranteed that it will always do the same. It's important to think about how comfortable you are with taking risks and what you want from your investment before deciding. Asset 4. Email list. Think of your email list as a secret club of people who really like what you do or sell online. These are the folks who've said, "Hey, I want to hear more from you." So, having their email addresses is like having a special way to talk directly to them. Imagine this. You've got something cool to share, a new product, a discount, or an exciting event. Your email list is the perfect way to let these interested folks know about it. It's like having a superpower to reach the people who really want to hear from you right in their inbox. When these awesome people get your email, they might think, "Wow, that's cool. I want to check it out." This can turn into them buying something from your online store or signing up for what you're offering. So, your email list is not just a bunch of names. It's like having a magic tool that can bring in more sales and get more people excited about what you do. And here's the really neat part. It's not just about selling stuff. Sometimes it's about sharing something useful or interesting. When you do that, these awesome folks think, "Hey, this brand really gets me." That feeling can turn them into super loyal fans who stick around and keep supporting what you do. So, having a strong and active email list isn't just about having a bunch of email addresses on a list. It's like having a powerful tool that helps you connect with the people who love what you do and can boost your online business in a really big way. Asset 5. Real estate. Imagine owning a house or an apartment instead of just keeping your money in a piggy bank. There are some really cool things about having real estate. Firstly, real estate usually becomes more valuable over time. It's like when you collect special toys that become super popular and rare. Even though the prices might go up and down sometimes, generally, owning property has made a lot of people richer in the long run. If you're not living in that house or apartment, you can rent it out to someone else and earn money every month. This money from renting can be more than what a bank would give you if your money was just sitting there. So it's like having a job where your property makes money for you. Another cool thing is that when things get more expensive because of inflation, like when the price of your favorite snacks goes up, the value of your property goes up too. Plus, owning property can give you lots of tax benefits, like paying less tax, which can save you money in the long run. Here's something special. You can buy a big property even if you don't have all the money right now. It's like when you borrow some money from someone and buy a cool toy that gets more valuable over time. If that property becomes worth more, you get extra money, even if you didn't pay for all of it yourself at first. Unlike some other things you invest in, like shares, real estate is something you can touch and change. You can make it better or use it differently to suit your needs. And having property is like having different kinds of toys in your collection. If one toy becomes less cool, you still have others that might be super popular. But owning property is not all fun and games. It needs looking after, like fixing things that break. Also, it's not as easy to turn into cash quickly, and sometimes changes around your property or in the area might affect its value. It's a good idea to do a lot of research and maybe talk to someone who knows a lot about property before deciding to buy one. Asset 6. Commodities. Think of commodities like a collection of real things that are super important in our everyday lives, like oil, metals, and the food we eat. Investing in commodities is like adding different types of cool toys to your collection to keep it safe and interesting. Now, having these commodities in your investments is like having different tools to keep your money safe. If one tool isn't doing well, the others might still be doing great, so your money doesn't get too risky. Some of these commodities, like oil or special metals, can be really helpful when prices of things go up a lot. That's called inflation. They tend to stay valuable even when other stuff becomes more expensive, so they protect your money from getting worth less. But these things aren't always the same in how much they're worth. Lots of stuff can change how much they're worth, like how much people want them around the world or if there are problems with getting them. So, before choosing which commodity to invest in, it's super important to know a lot about it. Researching and understanding how these things work is like learning about the toys before deciding which ones to add to your collection. Asset 7. Limited edition collectibles. Collecting limited edition items like unique watches, shoes, or rare books can be more than just a hobby. It can be a way to make some extra money. These special items aren't just cool to have. Their value can grow a lot over time, making them worth more than what you paid for them. However, it's not as simple as buying anything unique. To make money from these items, you've got to be a bit of a detective. You need to know everything about them, how rare they are, where they came from, and if people will still want them in the future. It's like becoming an expert in what you collect before deciding to invest in it. For people who really love collecting, it's not just about making a profit. It's about blending a fun hobby with a smart way to invest. Picture having something you're passionate about that can also bring in some extra cash. It's like turning your love for collecting into a cool way to invest in your future. Asset 8. Stock market. Getting involved in the stock market means becoming a bit like a co-owner of big companies that everyone knows about. When you buy stocks, it's like having a tiny part of these companies. And guess what? It can make your money grow in two cool ways. First, the value of your stocks can go up over time. That's called capital appreciation. So you might get more money than what you paid for them. Secondly, some companies share their profits with people who own their stocks, giving them extra money. That's called dividends. But before diving into buying stocks, it's important to do some homework. You've got to study and learn about these companies and how they work. It's like checking out all the details before deciding which toy to buy. It's also a good idea to spread your money across different companies, that's diversifying, to be safer. Plus, think about how comfortable you are with taking risks. Sometimes the stock market can go up and down a lot, so you need to be okay with that. Investing in the stock market can be super exciting, especially for the long haul. Over time, it can make your money grow a lot. But remember, it's not all smooth sailing. Sometimes, things can change quickly in the stock market because of what's happening in the world. That's why it's smart to be careful and know that while it can make you money, it also has some ups and downs. Asset 9. Treasury Inflation-Protected Securities. Treasury Inflation-Protected Securities, or TIPS, are like a special kind of treasure that helps your money grow and stay safe from a sneaky thief called inflation. Here's why they're cool. First off, they're like a shield against inflation, the thing that makes stuff more expensive over time. With TIPS, your money grows as prices rise, so you can buy the same amount of things even when they get more expensive. When TIPS finish their time, you get either the extra money they've made or the original amount, whichever is bigger. Also, TIPS give you some extra money regularly, like having a little money tree. Every 6 months, they give you a fixed amount of extra cash. And this extra cash also grows when prices go up, so it's like a little bonus that gets bigger over time. These special treasures are super safe because they come from the US government. You know how superheroes keep everyone safe? Well, the US government's backing makes TIPS very safe. They're not as risky as other things you might invest in, which makes them a favorite for people who don't like taking big risks. Though they might not make as much money as some riskier things like buying stocks, they're still better than keeping money in a regular bank account, especially when prices start to climb up. Plus, you can buy and sell them kind of easily, which is handy. But remember, if prices go down, the value of TIPS might too, so you might not get all your money back if you sell them before they're finished. Just like everything else, it's good to think about your plans and how much risk you're okay with before getting into TIPS. Asset 10. Bitcoin. Historically, Bitcoin has been a high-performing asset, offering potential benefits over holding cash in a bank. However, it also comes with a unique set of risks. Here are some reasons why Bitcoin has been a compelling holding for some. Firstly, Bitcoin has been like a rocket ship in terms of how much its price has gone up since it began in 2009. Even though its price goes up and down a lot, those who got Bitcoin early and held on to it have made loads of money. What makes Bitcoin super cool is that there's only a limited number of them in the whole wide digital world, just 21 million. That makes them extra special because everyone wants something that's hard to find. When lots of people want something limited, its price can shoot up. Another neat thing about Bitcoin is that nobody controls it. It's like a treasure that no one person or government can just take away. This makes it safe from being changed by things like printing more money, which can make other money less valuable. Think of Bitcoin like digital gold. Just like real gold is hard to find and not linked to any specific place, Bitcoin is similar. It's rare and not controlled by any country. Some folks think it could be a cool way to keep your money safe from things that make prices go up. Plus, more and more people and even big companies are starting to use Bitcoin as a way to buy and sell things, making it even more popular. This makes some folks think its value will keep going up. But remember, like any adventure, there are risks. Bitcoin's price jumps up and down a lot, and sometimes it drops really fast. It's also quite new and a bit tricky to understand. If something goes wrong, there's usually no one to ask for help, like if you lose your Bitcoins. So while it's exciting, it's important to think hard about how much risk you're okay with before diving into the Bitcoin adventure. I recommend you watch the next video in our series. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and will see you in my next video.